Good morning everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be constructing the quadratic equation from the roots. When given the root, to construct the quadratic equation. So without wasting much of our time, we read the question. Construct the quadratic equation if the roots of the equation ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0 are alpha and beta. So before we go over to solving number 1 or number 2 or any number, I would first of all like us to move from the ones we know, from the things we know, to the ones we don't know. I believe we all can remember that when given the roots alpha and beta, to construct the quadratic equation, the first thing we'll do is x minus alpha x minus beta, and this is the quadratic equation with respect to x as the unknown variable. So when you open this, you have what? X squared minus alpha plus beta x plus what? Alpha beta equal to 0. Now I want you to ask yourself a question. If this is the quadratic equation you constructed using this using the roots, what if you have something like 2x squared plus 10x minus 8x minus 8 equal to 0? How are you going to obtain these two? How are you going to get these two from this? So that is what I want to show us before I go over to solving these questions. I will now tell you, I will now say that for you to make, first of all, let me use this one and the general quadratic equation. Let me say x squared minus alpha plus beta x plus x beta equal to 0 with ax squared minus plus bx plus c equal to 0. So now I want to make this equation look like this one. Remember, in factorization of a quadratic equation, when you want to factorize a quadratic equation, you look for two numbers, and when you multiply them together, it will give you c, and when you add them together, it will give you b. So that is the idea that we're going to be using in this very one now. So meaning that from this, alpha beta is equals to c, and alpha plus beta is equal to b, right? Yes. But for us to, okay, let us try and put it here to make it look like this one. This is going to be alpha x squared minus b plus c. It does not look exactly like this one. Yes, it doesn't look exactly like this one, because here is plus, here is minus. So that is the reason why we are going to change this one. We're going to construct something here. We're going to put x plus b is equal to minus what? B. So that wherever we see x plus alpha plus beta minus b, here alpha plus beta is minus what? B. So when we put that minus b in bracket, we open this bracket, we have what? X squared plus b plus c. That is the idea now. So actually this one is going to be bx. I want you to also remember something. When you are solving a quadratic equation using completing the square method, you remember that the first thing you do is, when you have ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0, you divide by what? A. You divide all through by a to have x squared plus bx over a plus c over a equal to what? 0. Do you remember that? Yes. So that is the idea we're going to be using now. Here is not going to be like this again. You're going to say that from this very one, alpha beta now is now not equal to c, but c over a, and alpha plus beta is not only equal to minus b, but minus b over a. So with this now, if you input it in this particular, if you impute this to look like this, we are going to have x squared minus into minus b over a x plus c over a. Now try and multiply all through by a. We have ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. Do you see that we now arrive back to our general quadratic formula? So that is going to help us a lot to do what? To solve any of these equations. So let's go back now and solve a. So A says the normal root of the equation, and the normal root of these equations are what? Alpha and beta. So we are going to say something. We're going to do something now. I'm going to solve this using alpha minus beta, alpha x minus what? Beta. So open this bracket, have x squared minus x beta minus x alpha plus alpha beta. This is going to give us what? X squared minus alpha plus beta x plus what? X alpha beta. So furthermore, we remember that alpha plus beta is equal to minus b over a. Do you remember that? Yes. And that alpha beta is equal to c over a. Do you recall that? Yes. So now we put it here. This is going to be that x squared minus into alpha plus beta minus b over a minus b over a x plus what? Alpha beta is equal to what? C. Equal to plus c over a equal to 0. So the next thing we're going to do now is to multiply all through by a. So that is why we'll now get x squared plus b over a x plus c over a equal to 0. So we'll now multiply through by a. We'll have ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. Now this is kind of a long process. Why don't you do like, if they give you the roots, you just go straight to this place. Say alpha plus beta is equal to minus b over a, and alpha beta is equal to c over a. You know, so that the equation we want to construct, the equation we want to obtain is just x squared plus bx, ax squared plus bx plus what? C is equal to 0. How did I obtain this? I obtained this by saying x squared now minus b over a plus c equal to 0. When I multiply all through by a again, I will now have what? Ax squared bx c over equal to 0. But you are going to understand this one very well if you understand this, because I don't know how you are going to understand this without understanding this. This is the due process and this is the shortcut. So thank you very much for watching this tutorial. I am expecting you to watch the next video. Please do like and subscribe. In my next video, I'm going to be solving B and C, then the next one C and D. Thank you. I'm Timothy.